Well, it's a pleasure to be here in the Leedham Devine Centre, a magnificent new facility here for the media. We've got the coaches' boxes either side, and we've seen an entertaining contest in the first quarter, and certainly North Hobart have taken up the challenge of this 1 versus 2 clash, and they lead 18-7. So, Maxie, look, it was a bit of an arm wrestle there for the first few minutes, but North Hobart certainly made most of their opportunities going forward.
Yeah, they have, Dave. They started really well, like Anthony called. They had that first goal on the board in the first minute and a half or so of the game. And to the defence of the young guys holding out, especially Walker back there in defence, is doing extremely well. They've restricted Launceston to 1 goal in the quarter, which we probably haven't seen too many games to date this year where Launceston haven't had multiple goals in a quarter. So that's been a really good effort by the young guys.
They've started each game, Anthony, really strongly, Launceston, but not today. Just kicking the 1 goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, even the game a fortnight ago down at the Twin Ovals, the Tigers were able to maintain a bit of pressure and keep Launceston restricted for a while, but eventually the Blues did actually break the dam and then ended up finding the goal at will. So that's going to be the big challenge, as you touched on before, Maxie, if the Demons can actually maintain that defensive pressure. And I think a lot of it's going to come down to how the Blues are delivering the ball inside 50. Yeah,
absolutely. They wear teams down really well. They're very... what's the word that I'm after? They're not superstars, the Launceston team. They just continually just wear the opposition down through constant, barrage of tackles. I was really impressed with Jack Donnellan there in the first quarter. That was just special effort for Jack there. You could see what the North Hobart guy was trying to do. He played on. There was one there to try and do what you see on the AFL all the time and shepherd on the mark, but he was clever enough just to walk around that guy, laid the tackle and got rewarded for it. So yeah, really good start to the game. Looking forward to see how this second quarter unfolds and whether North Hobart can maintain that extra pressure that they're putting on the Launceston guys.
Got some Launceston stats there, thanks to Damien Donnelly and Darren Lovell of the Launceston Footy Club.
Yeah, absolutely. So the leading ball winners for the Blues, Fletcher Seymour with 6 touches, Mitch Thorpe with 5, Ryan Tyrrell and Dylan Riley with 4 each as well. So probably paints a bit of the picture when the ball's been in defensive 50. Tyrrell's been a key, and then Riley and Thorpe have certainly been the targets when they have gone forward as well. And as you touched on, Jack Donnellan playing 3 tackles, Miller Hodge 4, and Joby Harper with 4 tackles as well.
Great stuff. Really good start for the boys.
Okay, so thanks to our sponsors, Andrew Doyle, Telstra Source, Quadrant Mall, Kings Meadows, and the Brisbane Street Mall. We're underway in the second quarter. Here's Anthony Osborne.
Hamish Allen wins that one down to start the second term. Joby Harper lays a tackle straight away, so repeat stoppage inside the centre circle. Big quarter coming up. This top of the table clash. Allen wins that one down. Sandrick direction. Jay Blackberry floating around there for the Blues. Hack kick goes to the outer side. Will Pepin was the target. Ball didn't travel the required distance and he was wrapped up straight away. So again, just a bit of a war of attrition in the middle to start this second quarter. Blackberry potentially kicking in danger. No, it was held without it, says the umpire. So a free kick going the way of the Blues. Sandrick just taking his time to return the football. As Blackberry looks to pump the ball inside 50. Ends up going in the right direction. No, it falls short. Mark taken. Is that Hines there, Maxie?
Hines, yep.
So Hines takes the mark directly in front. About 35 metres out from goal. In the end, I thought the ball was going towards Alec Wright, but fell a bit short, and Hines read it better than anyone else.
Certainly the start they're looking for in the quarter. We've gone a bit over a minute, and if they can kick this goal, it'll get them up and about, definitely.
Very versatile player is Hines. Just begins his approach to going out. Great addition back into this Launceston setup, I should say, as he comes in now with his left boot. The ball's on the way and he likes it immediately. Pumps his fists, and the Blues get the start they were after in this second term. They move to 2-1-13. North Hobart 3 goals straight. Just 90 seconds gone in this second quarter.
And again, whilst it was a little bit of luck with the way that Hines was good enough to position his body, it was that Blackberry kick that got it in deep forward from inside the centre square for them.
So that's the one they needed, just to give them a bit of momentum at the start of this second quarter. At half-time today, we'll be joined by Craig Martin, the president of the North Hobart Footy Club. He's going to join us to talk about how the Demons are faring in this season 2020. Auckland wins the tap. Taken there by Sandrick. He's tackled straight away by Harper. Another secondary ball up. So 5 points the margin. Beautiful day here at North Hobart. Bathed in sunshine. Bounce favours Sandrick. He releases the ball here towards Jeffrey Fisher. In there is Angus Norton. Another pile-up of players. And, in fact, it's been called holding the ball. It might be against Angus Norton, who emerges from the bottom of the contest. So Miller Hodge, those distinctive pink boots, gets off the deck and will take the free kick on defensive 50. Now he plays on. He has Jacob Boyd over there in front of the George Miller stand, the southern side of the ground. He'll take his time. So North Hobart doing well there just to stop their flow. Launceston, he kicks high, looking for target right in front. Nice thump away by Hamish Allen, who's been impressive. Out of bounds. He's a tall unit, Hamish Allen, Maxi.
Yeah, he is, Dave. He's a monster compared to the rest of the boys. And that's the kick that I'm talking about that Launceston have got to get better at. They held it up, and allowed North Hobart to get back in defence.
Boundary throw in. Allen wins it down, although Auckland sharks it. He's tackled straight away. Be another ball up. It's 3 goals straight 18. North Hobart, Launceston 2-1-13. You listen to City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5.
Auckland wins that tap down. Jay Blackberry starting to get his hands on the football as he drives the ball inside 50. McCulloch's there in pursuit for the Demons, just slaps it away, but only as far as Dylan Riley, who turns and a smart little kick around the corner. Dylan Riley, very clever player, finds his teammate inside 50 in Joby Harper. So Harper, again, just found a bit of space, and Riley, under a lot of pressure, able to pierce that gap between the two players and just kick it around the corner safely into the arms of Harper, who'll be kicking from about 40 metres out from goal. He begins his pursuit now, and you don't see Joby Harper make too many mistakes, but that was not his best work there, Maxi.
That wasn't a mistake. That was a titanic mistake. That was
Shank.
Out of bounds on the full from Harper, and the Demons have been let off the hook there as they bring the ball outside defensive 50. Hardy has a couple of runners. Finds Charlton, who goes down the line looking for Fisher. In the end, it goes over the top of his intended targets. Jake Smith able to pick the ball up and kick the ball towards the centre of the ground. Hamish Allen takes a fantastic mark. He did rise up into the air, but when you're that height, you can land back on the ground and still take the ball above everyone else as he just moves his way through the centre square. Does Hamish Allen, playing like a player that's a lot shorter than his 200 centimetres there, Allen, but the ball unable to find a target inside 50 as the Blues repel.
So Taylor kicks it now to Jacob Boyd. Yeah, he was like a gazelle there through the middle of North Hobart Oval. Fortunately, kicked it straight to Jamison House as Boyd now gets it to Jake Smith. He's in front of the Miller stand again. He's directing traffic. In fact, is that Paul Freeman? I think it might be Paul Freeman over there. Anyway, mark's taken by Wright. He's been prominent. Kicked the first goal for the Blues. Close to the man the mark. Has to kick high. Riley there. Nearly takes the mark. Spills over the back. They've got the numbers. Out now towards Baxter Norton. Little kick to Steele. He's in defence. He's short chip kick looking for Menzie. Stops on the turf. Menzie keeps it in. Evades a couple of tackles. Classy stuff. Handball now to Baxter Norton. Look away to Steele. Steele kicks up the wing. Here looking for a teammate in Hardy, but it's straight to Jake Smith.
Hammy.
Yep, he felt for it, didn't he? You saw that, the left hammy, Jake Smith. Let's see what happens after he kicks it. He kicks it. He winced a bit in pain there. We'll keep an eye on that. And great mark, Jake Hines. Presents beautifully in amongst a forest of players there. Hines now inside 50. Front position, Thorpe. Walker does well. At the full, Denellen. Releases the handball to Seymour. Seymour on the boundary line. Left foot, centering kicks. A good one. Mark not quite taken there by Taylor. Over the shoulder. Free kick. The defender just reached in there on Brendan Taylor. And he's about 25 out directly in front. Smart kick there from Fletcher Seymour.
Yeah, really smart kick from Seymour. A lot of players would just blaze away from that area of the ground there, Dave, but a really smart kick. And Taylor had himself in a good position, and in the end, he's going to have a shot on goal.
This to reclaim the lead for the Blues at the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. Brennan Taylor leaves it out to the left. One behind, 2-2-14 Launceston. North Hobart lead 3 goals straight 18. 7-minute mark, quarter number 2 here on City Park Radio.
So it's Callum Kilpatrick who bring the ball back into play. Short dinky kick there to his captain in Nathan McCulloch. He's got Players screaming for the ball on our broadcast side of the ground. In the end, he went for Sandrick. Jared Dakin did enough. Stuck the left mid out and punched it out of bounds for a throw in. So North Hobart just struggling to pierce their way out of defensive 50 at the moment. So boundary throw in, right on 50. Thorpe to do battle with Allen. Thorpe in the end just taps it over the top. Found his teammate, but out wide. The Blues had a player. Shot on goal. Misses there from Ryan Tyrrell, finding himself in attack for a change. That one going through for a minor score. So North Hobart are under the pump at the moment. The Blues with some repeat entries here, Dave, as they look to add their third goal.
McCulloch out to Kilpatrick. Kicks to the far side. Taken over there by Cunliffe. Nice kick here towards Jeffrey Fisher. It clears him. Perhaps could have gone a bit harder there, Jeffrey Fisher. Anyway, here's Blackberry. Working hard with Boyd. His kick is underground. Michael Fisher's there. Taken there by Tyson Miller. Fletcher Seymour is tackled. And ball says the crowd, but it's going to be a ball up on the far side. So we'll just turn the effects mic down there. We've got a bit of conversation in the background as the boundary throw in. Results in a tap away here towards Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick can't pick it up. It's on the far side. So not a very pretty passage of play at the moment. There's North Hobart 18 lead Launceston 15. Yeah, Ryan Tyrrell having a shot on goal. We don't see that very often. He's very rarely ventures out of defensive 50. He's played a good game so far today. Here's Cunliffe. Lets it go though to Harper. Harper kicks it wide, far too wide. And it bounces out of bounds on the full.
He's consistent, Joby, today.
Yes.
That's 2 from 2 on the full.
Yeah, they've put a clamp on Harper. He hasn't had any really clear possessions. So the kick in comes in now. And Pepin does well. Evades his opponent easily. Kicks wide over here looking for Collins, who takes the mark in the back pocket.
Sam Collins pumps the ball down the line looking for fellow Devil and Jake Steele. The ball just slips through his hands. Blues have some numbers. Ball over the top there from Boyd. Driving the ball inside 50 here are the Blues, and it just lands in Mitch Thorpe's lap. He read the ball so well. The North Hobart defenders were scrambling, and a really good kick inside 50 from Jake Hines there, Maxie. Mitch Thorpe just read the ball really well.
Yeah, it was. It certainly didn't look all that effective off the boot, and I thought he probably had a bit more time to be able to run and carry a bit, but got the desired result. Another inside 50 entry for Launceston. I don't think North Hobart have had any to date. One, Groves is saying this quarter, and probably one versus about half a dozen, I would have thought.
So Mitch Thorpe in the end, just a bit of a stabbing effort on goal. Misses kicking to the right-hand side of the goal. Didn't really look confident the way he was walking in there, Dave. In the end, a minor score, and North Hobart just being let off the hook a little bit here. The Blues well and truly on top of this contest in the second term, but still trailing by 2 points at the moment. We've played 10 minutes in the second quarter.
Sorry, man. 7 inside 50s to 1 to answer Maxie's question.
It tells the tale of the quarter so far. Launceston still trail by 2 points, but just having the better of general play at the moment as North Hobart hoist the ball down the line via Walker. Punched out of bounds. Have a throw in. Centre wing.
Steele and Hamish Allen playing really, really good footy at the moment for the North Hobart Demons.
Boundary thrown right in front of us here. Great view of this one. This time it's Hardy up against Auckland. Clears both ruckmen. Taken by Hines. He's dispossessed. He lays a tackle then on Cunliffe. The umpire will ball it up. Pretty central position beside the centre circles as Auckland wins the tap. Working hard there was Charlton. He gets it to Hardy. Hardy's kick up in the air. Smacked away by Bowen Pearce. It's a contested ball here at half forward. It's knocked on here towards Steele. Gets his hands free. Tackled though. Spills to Tyrrell. He's swung in the tackle. How's the umpire read this? He gave him plenty of time, but it will be another ball up. So an attacking position now for North Hobart, just their second inside 50 of this second quarter through 11 and a half minutes. As Hardy, little tap away. Chance here for Charlton if he can pick it up. In fact, it was Caswell. Ball comes out now towards Miller. His handball is smothered by Menzie. Now it's a push in the back. It'll be a Launceston free kick. Go the way of Tyson Miller on half back.
Miller opts for the short ball. Finds his teammate there in Fletcher Seymour. Leading possession win at a quarter time. He goes wider still to Miller Hodge. Again, just slowly creeping their way up the wing here of the Blues as Hodge Kicks to the pack. He's got a couple of targets there. Mark almost taken by Auckland. North Hobart players all around as Sandrick wrapped up in a Polfriman tackle. Umpire take this ball here. So the ball up about 60 metres from the Launceston goal. One down in the end by Auckland in the Seymour direction. In the end, a kick just off the ground there from North Hobart, but Launceston with the numbers behind the stoppage as Smith kicks the ball back inboard. We're only as far as the North Hobart player in Jeff Fisher. He opts to go to his captain in McCulloch, who does really well against Jared Dakin to keep the ball alive. Jake Hines comes in for support, but the Demons are out here as Reeves snaps the ball inside 50. Had a target, but some excellent defensive work there from the Blues. Bowen Pearce, but a dangerous ball outside defensive 50 as North Hobart bring the heat. Tackle laid and just a bit of sloppy football, but some entertaining stuff nonetheless there, Dave.
Just love that clash there. Casey Brown and I think it was Jaden Charlton went straight at it. Bang. No one took a backward step. We love to see that in footy. But yeah, it was a bit of an errant kick there by Bowen Pearce. He just didn't quite hit the target coming out of defence. As now it's knocked forward by Hardy. Jacob Boyd's got it. Spins around. Lovely handball now to Polfriman. The handball's now to Hines in defence. Leans back on a kick. Beautiful kick too to Jared Dakin. Now the Blues are moving it. The players are streaming forward. Oh, poor kick by Dakin. Lux of fortune. Smothered kick. He gets it back again. Inside 50. Riley drops the mark he probably should have taken. He got front position. Good pressure there from Collins. This game's gone up a notch at the moment, Maxie.
Yeah, it has. There's a lot of heat around the contest, and both sides defending very, very well at the moment. Not letting too much through over that over the line for a goal. Boundary
throw in. Hardy and Thorpe. Thorpe wanted a free kick, not paid. Out now to Walker. Right foot kick. Scrubby. Fisher. That's Michael Fisher approaches it. Seymour's in there working out. He somehow gets out, but then he gets tackled by Sandrick. Not holding the ball, says the umpire. Maybe another ball up. A lot of physical pressure at the moment in this game, Anthony.
Yeah, absolutely. You love seeing guys like Sandrick and Seymour going head-to-head. A couple of midfield bulls. Seymour returns the ball to the umpire here. Throw in. Hardy against Auckland. Auckland wins it down, but only as far as Charlton. Williams around the corner for the Demons. Really good trap there from the Launceston player in Jack Tuttle as he drives the ball inside 50. Out the back is Hines. Unable to complete the mark. Riley in pursuit up against Sam Collins. Collins running out of tarmac. Keeps the ball in play. Alec Wright's the only player there. So he snaps towards the goal square. And Nathan McCulloch is there to save the day for his side. The North Hobart captain. The right spot at the right time. Chips the ball to Sam Collins in the back pocket.
Collins weighs up his options. Goes the long option. Down here looking for some of his tall players. That's Hamish Allen. Claims the mark and takes the mark. In fact, it was Paddy Walker, beg your pardon. Handballs off to Kilpatrick. Kicks up the wing. Chance here for Tuthill if he can pick it up. Up against Reeves. Reeves lays the tackle. Tuthill swung around. No prior. So, North Hobart have been tackling hard this quarter. Launceston getting just no space. Get that running game going. Steele wins the hit out. Out now towards Taylor. He gets a kick away under pressure. Does well. Out here towards Wright and Hugh Williams Sr. Williams Sr. takes it. Handballs defensively. And a mark taken there by Charlton. Jaden Charlton. Couple of kicks out from goal. Kicks inside 50. Jamison House front position. Blues defence spoil it away. Cunliffe tries to keep it in unsuccessfully. Ball in. Right in front of the Kazali stand.
And this is where it can hurt a side here, guys, where North Hobart have had very little play.
Yep.
It gets it down there. You know, it's 16 minutes. It's the second entry. If they can sneak a goal here, they'll be very happy.
There's a free kick in the ruck contest. It's going to go the way of Jamison House against Hamish Allen. Both players nervous. He looked at the umpire when the whistle went. Now Jamison House, he has a switch on in Smith if he wants it. He's got a longer switch in Hodge. Goes in that direction, delivers beautifully. Miller Hodge on the paint of defensive 50. Relieve the pressure for the Blues.
So Hodge had some options down the line. Opts to go inboard to Jacob Boyd there, Dave. As Boyd looks at his options as well. Harper presents a nice short kick, but he's going to go further down the line. In the end, he goes very, very wide. Strong mark taken. No, boundary throw in. So just did enough there to the North Hobart defender. The target was Tyson Miller. Unable to complete the mark. So boundary throw in. Directly in front of us here the northern wing of North Hobart Oval. A beautiful day down here in Hobart as Auckland wins that ball down in the Dunellen direction. Just trying to heave his way through the contest is Jack Dunellen. Jake Steele providing the reinforcements for North Hobart. So another stoppage. Still in the ruck at the moment against Auckland. Auckland wins it down, looking for Blackberry. Harper's thereabouts as well. Blackberry, he just dragged the ball in. He might be in some trouble here, Jay Blackberry. The umpire agrees, so opted to drag the ball into the contest, and North Hobart brought the heat, the free kick. Going the way of Charlton. He's got a runner in Baxter Norton, who just drives the ball inside 50 on his left boot. Some tall timbers there in Hamish Allen. The ball just bounces towards the outer side. I think it's Paddy Walker who's wrapped up in a tackle by Smith. Just gets the handball away. Angus Norton, his handball only goes as far as a Launceston opponent, and the Blues bring the ball out of 50, but it's going to come back with interest here, Dave.
It is with Pepin. 2 kicks out from goal. Little chip kick looking for Hamish Allen. Front position. Can't quite take it. Kick away only as far as Norton. His kick smothered. Here's the big fella again. He's tackled. Holding the ball. And that was Hamish Allen. Nearly took the mark. There, we would have been in a scoring position. As the little short kick comes out now to Jamison House. They're under pressure here, but the Blues. House's kick, no good. Taken here by Baxter Norton. Kicks to the goal square, but there's a host of Blues back there. And a comfortable mark taken by Tuthill. So, in fact, it's Bowen Pearce once again. He goes to Boyd, who fumbles. They're making some errors. The Blues gets out of it. Half time, very short quarter. 18 minutes and 50 seconds. We only had the 1 goal kicked in that quarter to the Blues. And they trail at half-time. At half-time, it's North Hobart, 3 goals straight, 18. Who didn't score that quarter, if I'm right, Anthony?
Correct, Dave.
And Launceston, 2 goals for 16. So 18 to 16, a 2-point lead to North Hobart. The goal kickers, Anthony.
Yeah, so for Launceston, singles to Alec Wright and to Jake Hines. For North Hobart remains Jake Steele, Troy Cunliffe and Paddy Walker. So, yeah, scoreless quarter for North Hobart. 1 goal, 3 there for the Blues. And a couple of out-of-bounds on the full as well there, Maxie.
Yeah, Launceston did all the attacking in that quarter, and probably fortunate that a couple of kicks went out of bounds on the full, and what did they kick? 1 goal, 3, so there was 2 or 3 scores there that quite possibly Mitch Thorpe, there was one set shot from in front that he didn't kick through the ball and just wandered through for a point, so there could have been a couple of extra goals on the board for the Blues, but to the credit, I think a lot of that's coming from the repeat pressure from the North Hobart boys. So still a bit of work to do for both teams at the moment. Game's in the balance. It's anyone's here, and they'll regroup at half-time and come out. And I think the third quarter, as we talk about in football, will be the premiership quarter. And I think this quarter, North Hobart need to either sustain the pressure that Launceston potentially going to put on them, or they could kick away themselves here, but Launceston need to assert their authority to prove that they're deservingly to be on top of the ladder at the moment, Dave.
Game in the balance. Thanks, Maxie Walker on City Park Radio, 103.7, 96.5. We'll take a break. The score at half-time, North Hobart, 3 goals, 18, and Launceston, 2 goals for 16. Back in a moment. Welcome back here to North Hobart Oval, and it's a very exciting clash. It's 1 versus 2 It's North Hobart 3 goals straight, 18 leading Launceston 2 goals for 16. Just some quick stats before I introduce our guest. To half-time, the hit-outs are pretty even. Launceston 20 to North Hobart 18. Clearances, North Hobart 15 to Launceston 11, 6-4 in that quarter. Inside 50s, Launceston 9 to North Hobart 7 in the second quarter, and Launceston leading 21-13 over the day. Marks inside 50, 7-3 Launceston's way. Free kicks 10-8 Launceston's way. Thanks to Dave Gruber there for that statistical information. And I'd like to introduce our special guest at halftime. He's here live today. It's Craig Martin. G'day, Craig.
G'day, David. How are you? Great to be here, mate.
And what about that scoreboard?
Yeah, it's an interesting scoreboard, isn't it? To be perfectly honest with you, I think that we're probably a little bit lucky to be in front at the moment. I thought that Launceston frittered away some opportunities there, so we're going to have to do a lot better in the third quarter, and we're going to probably have to stop kicking it. Is it Jay Smith, number 18?
Yep.
Probably going to have to stop kicking it to Jay, because we seem to do that a lot whenever we play the Blues, that's for sure.
And look, what does it mean to the club to have like a match of the day sort of status here today?
Yeah, look, it's been a long while since we've been a top of the table clash, and so we're absolutely delighted, and it's exciting, and we relish the opportunity, and it's a great opportunity to see where we're at, where the senior group's at. And they've acquitted themselves pretty well so far against a very skillful and strong Launceston outfit. There's no doubt about that.
Let's talk about these facilities. Now, if we looked at the ground here on this side of the ground 2 years ago, we would have seen a very different scene, wouldn't we?
Yeah, well, we've got, obviously, where the broadcast's being done is out of the Coaches and Media box, which we've named the Leaderman Devine Centre after two of North Hobart's all-time greats. Unfortunately, we lost JL recently, which was very, very sad for everyone at the club. But we've got the Coaches and Media box here. We've got a brand new kiosk. We've got a brand new wet area there as well. That's about $1.25 million worth of brand new infrastructure. So we've worked very hard to get that. We've had a lot of support from the state and federal government and the Hobart City Council too.
Before I ask Matthew for a question here, Craig, look, the move to go back to the North Hobart name after the Hobart City Demons, you fought hard for that. Looking back on that time now, it was a difficult time. Are you glad you did it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It just had to happen. We've got over 500 members now. When we took over administration of the club, we had about 75, and we had 150. But 75 were paying members. The other 75 were life members. We didn't have any cash sponsors. Now we've got, it's a very long list of fantastic sponsors that have stuck with us throughout this COVID year, and we're really, really appreciative of all their support, led by Harvey Norman, our major sponsor, Work and Training. We really appreciate their support, and all our sponsors. And our supporters came back. I have no doubt that if it was a normal Saturday and we weren't dealing with COVID-19, there'd be 1,500 people in here today, even though it's a Lonnie team that we're playing. And I think we probably could have got 2,000 against Lauderdale at our last home game, and that's a significant amount of money that we're having to forego, which is disappointing, and it's denying people an opportunity in the really difficult times that we're living in to get out and enjoy the footy. I mean, where would you rather be on a Saturday afternoon, the home of footy, and it's just a glorious day. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. It's a tough, hard game of footy, and so to go back to your previous question, David, it just had to happen. I don't think there's any doubt in the world that if we're to continue on as Hobart City, we wouldn't be standing here talking about a football club at the moment. That's how dire it was. We're $140,000 in debt too.
Congratulations on what we see today. Look, Michael Walker is an ex-South Launceston player. He's played here against the Demons back in the big days of statewide footy.
Yeah, I did, Dave, and welcome aboard to the broadcast today, mate. My question just refers back to what I can relate to when North Hobart was such an extreme, powerful professional club. You had the McQueen boys, the Rattrays, the Bradley Plains, the Spider
the Darren Perrys. You don't mention Pez or he'll get upset.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he's there listening. Between us and the races, they'd be listening to us today. The Darren Mathesons and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
What what do those guys who had so much success at North Hobart, what do they bring to the club now? Like, is there a connection there?
Yep.
I know a lot of it was lost, and I've been fortunate or unfortunate, whichever way you look at it, to experience similar things.
Yep.
I was involved with City South as a player when they merged with East Launceston to become South Launceston, and thankfully they've withstood the test of time and been reasonably successful in their own right in different competitions of recent years. But what's it mean to have the North Hobart name back and the connection with those champions of 20, 30 years ago?
Well, it means everything, and those, some of the names that you just mentioned, have become members of the club again, and they've come back to the club. They support us, they're members, but it's their example that they set. 30 odd years ago, when we won the flag in 87 and 89 and 91, 92. It's the example that those guys set, and the success that they had, that makes this generation want to emulate that. And we do talk about our history and our tradition a lot, because we have a great history and we're very proud of it. And that's one of the things that we made a conscious effort to celebrate when we became North Hobart again, because, to be frank with you, it just wasn't being celebrated when we were Hobart City. And, when a club's existed since 1881 and won 28 premierships,
there's a lot there.
You celebrate
that. Isn't
there?
Yeah.
So, look, the other thing that I think's worth noting is that, we've won 2 games of footy, and there's people that are talking about us being the feel-good story of footy. I don't buy into that. We've only won 2 games of footy, but what it has done is it's a lot of our supporters are as excited as they've been for ages. They're as enthusiastic as they've been for ages, and our membership's way up too. So that's a really strong positive. Yeah,
it's fantastic. And just walking in the gate today, what I did observe, which is great for the North Hobart Football Club collectively, is a lot of younger guys in grey hoodies with HJFC on the back, the junior component of your club. And speaking of the juniors, one that I'm really impressed with, and I'm just another question for you as to how many others are on the way or nearing through. Young Paddy Walker, the son of Warren, who's a premiership player with you guys. We talk about father, son, and is there many of those guys coming through?
Well,
have they done the right thing and provided the next era of players for you?
Well, Terry Moore's boy Axel, he's at the club. He's not playing today. He's captain of the Hutchins First 18. But you've got Sam Collins there.
Yes.
Sam's a third generation North Hobart player. His grandfather Dickie, of course, was an absolute superstar of the 1960s, and of course the pivotal figure in the 67 goalpost state final at West Park against Wynyard. So you've got three generations there, and you see that quite a lot, and it's fantastic. It's heartwarming stuff. Yeah.
Craig, we talked about your fight to keep the North Hobart name. In a bigger picture, you and the fellow presidents had to fight to keep the TSL going, didn't you? And how do you see the state of the competition? I mean, it's a difficult year, but going forward.
Well, I think there's an easy way to answer that. We had a number of guests last week at the last home game at the President's function, and they hadn't been to the footy for ages, and they said, wow, we're going to come again. The standard's fantastic. It's a hell of a lot better than we thought it was. So, look, this is the Premier League of footy in the state. It's a darn good comp. You have a lot of ex-AFL players. We've got ex-VFL players running around out there today. So it's a very, very good comp. But as I say, David, if we could just get a few more people in here to see it, that would make it even better.
That was my next question. I mean, you're quite public in the media about the 500 situation. Do you think there's some light at the end of the tunnel there?
Yeah. Yep. I do. Look, we've been having ongoing discussions, and look, the state government and public health have done a magnificent job in keeping us safe, and they are to be commended. But even if we got to a point where it was 500 spectators in the ground, excluding the players and officials, that would be a good start. Because at the moment it's the 500, and it includes the players and officials. Yep. So by the time our members get in, and you count the players and officials, we've got about 80 tickets left, and they went in about 10 minutes the other day.
The away supporters as well. And
I mean, I feel for Sandra and her crew. I mean, there were hardly any tickets available to them, and that's tough. Yeah.
Craig, look, thanks very much for joining us here, and well done on what you've done with the North Hobart Footy Club, and it's a great occasion today. We've got the players back on the ground, so we need to get going for the second half, but look, congratulations, and we look forward to covering North Hobart later in the year, maybe in finals.
Well, yeah, we're not talking about the F word, no, we don't go there. It's just, I mean, Alan Jean's got away with saying it for 30 years. We are just taking it one game at a time, so let's hope we have a good second half of footy and we can get a W today.
No worries. That's Craig Martin joining us here on City Park Radio at half-time. The umpires are coming back on the ground. We'll be back in just a moment, and just repeating that half-time score. It's North Hobart 18, Launceston 16. Back in a moment. Welcome back here to North Hobart. We're about to start the second half. The players are back out on the ground. And Maxie, look, you just get your gear back on there. The second half, it's been a pretty even first half. Just a 2-point margin. It's game on again. Both teams have to start again.
Yeah, they do, David. And like we spoke about just before half-time there, it's an even contest. And what has to happen here for North Hobart to stay in the game, they've just got to continue to sustain that pressure and that Launceston are applying to them. What they need to do though is get the score on the board as well, and they've not let themselves down, but they started so well. They had that quick goal in the first minute and a half of the game. I thought, hello, this is going to be really exciting footy, and not that it's not exciting footy, but for North Hobart you want to see them come out and take the game on, which is what they've done in the first half. Don't go into the shell and try and defend, because Launceston, their inside 50 count versus North Hobart is supreme, so they've got to still withhold the pressure of what's been happening there and put some scoreboard pressure on them as well. Whereas Launceston, they're just ticking over. Haven't been fantastic today. A lot of their guys, we just had a look at the stats that have been provided to us by the Launceston boys. It's fairly even spread. There's no real standouts in double figures even yet in the statistics. So, and it's a few of their unsung guys who we're not, calling every week. Like in the back line, we've got Tyrrell, who's started off really well. Denellen, who's been in and out of the team for the last 12 months or so, has put his hand up today. Hines has been really effective in my view. He's played really well. Look, they need a bit of drive out of Harper. I was interested with the hit-out stats there that Launceston provide us with. Auckland's up to, I think it said 20, and that really surprises me. What he does need to do is a bit more work around the ground. He's sort of been double-tagged a little bit today versus Steele and Allen from time to time, but he needs to exert a bit more pressure, not just in the centre bounce. He needs to be clunking them around the ground a bit more. The Launceston forwards haven't let loose yet, have they? We haven't seen a lot from Riley or Mitch Thorpe, so anything can happen if they click and start getting the ball delivered to them. Watch out, North Hobart.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've got some of those half-time stats thanks to Damien Donnelly and Darren Lovell.
Yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head there, Maxie. Fletcher Seymour, the leading ball winner for the Blues with just 8 touches, and you've got half a dozen guys with 6 touches. That's including Blackberry, Thorpe, Jacob Boyd, Joby Harper, Jake Smith, Bowen Pearce, and Joby Harper actually 7 tackles, 6 touches. So he's not getting his hands on the football. He's still making an impact on the contest, but it's not the free-flowing, real damaging football that we've seen from him previously. So, yeah, that's going to be a really interesting one to watch going into this second half. And I think as you touched on before with North Hobart taking the game on, I mean, they've got so many of these skilled young players who have been in the Devils program. That's what they're best at doing, is using the ball and showing their tricks. So hopefully we can see a bit of that in this third quarter.
Thanks to our sponsors, Andrew Doyle, Telstra Stores, Quadrant Mall, Kings Meadows and Brisbane Street Mall. About to get underway in the second half. We thank very much North Hobart Footy Club for allowing us to broadcast from this magnificent position in the Leedham Divine Centre. Umpire raised the ball aloft, and for City Park Radio, here's Anthony Osborne.
It's back in the middle to start this second half. Auckland and Allen, a fascinating duel. Auckland wins that one down, only as far as Jack Sandrick though, but Jay Blackberry sharks the handball, drives the ball inside 50, a bouncing ball in the direction of Riley. Sam Collins just able to repel the ball outside defensive 50 and finds Nathan McCulloch. That Riley-Collins duel, it's going to be a really critical one in this second half, and Nathan McCulloch's just let himself down with that kick going down the line, only going for a dinky little ball, but ends up going out of bounds on the full. So Jay Blackberry take the kick from directly in front of the interchange bench as he drives the ball inside 50. A fly there from Riley. Ball bounces over the line for a throw in. So again, Launceston making the attacking moves early in this second half. See how this North Hobart defence can go under the pressure. Thorpe and Allen will contest this throw in. Allen just decides to take it. In the end, he's wrapped up. Denellen able to swoop on the loose ball, but only as far as Sandrick, whose kick was interfered, up and under. North Hobart just trying to scrap some meterage outside defensive 50. Jamison House, his ball was kicked off the ground from Hamish Allen. A crunching tackle laid in the middle of the ground. That's excellent work from the North Hobart player in Troy Cunliffe. He's a two-time William Leach medalist and finished 5th in the Alistair Lynch medal a couple of years ago. Dave, he's a key player for the Demons.
Kicked the first goal of the game today, did Troy Cunliffe. He kicks towards half forward, and Jack Tuddle, one of those ever dependable Launceston defenders, takes the mark. Streaming down the ground now is Jake Smith. He's got plenty of time. Little chip kick looking for Hines. It's a good one, and he takes the mark in front of the George Miller stand. Still a lot of sunshine on the ground. He gets the handball back to Smith. He lays back on a kick. Bit of a mongrel inside 50. No one can take it. Brennan Taylor takes it now. He kicks towards goal. It's way offline, out of bounds on the full.
They've wasted some forward opportunities, Launceston today. There's another one there.
Yeah, probably should have made more of that. So, tight game, low scoring. Only the 5 goals kicked today. Only 1 goal kicked in that second quarter. Bailey Walker kicks long, close to the boundary line. And flying high was Pepin, but better judgment there was Jake Hines, who takes the mark. He's been prominent today, Jake Hines. He kicks inside 50. Big fly there from Collins. Kicked off the ground. Ricochets around. Taken there by Caswell. Handball to Hugh Williams Sr. Funny old handball. Taps it forward. Here's Paddy Walker. He gets tackled. Ricochets clear to Hugh Williams Jr. Up towards Hardy. Good spoil Hodge. Hodge, he overcooks the kick here towards Blackberry. He leads Pepin. Pepin's got pace. Nice handball, Blackberry. Back to Taylor. Waits now as Hodge approaches. Handballs to Hodge. Hodge kicks inside 50 and take the mark there is Alec Wright. About 25 out, 45 degree angle. And good team play from the Blues from half-back. They swept it forward. And Alec Wright now with an opportunity to put the Blues in front.
You called Hugh Williams Sr. there, Dave. I think that's probably the first or second touch he's had for the day.
He's been quiet.
Been extremely quiet. The other quiet guy, 45, Jack Sandrick. Haven't called him much today either, and he needs to lift to keep North Hobart in. A couple of experienced boys there.
Those watching the stream, we're right behind it here. Alec Wright kicked the first goal for the Blues, and now he kicks the third goal for the Blues, and they've hit the front. 3 goals, a straight 18 North Hobart. Launceston now 3 goals for 22, and that's a handy goal. Early stages of the third quarter.
Yeah, just the start the Blues are after, and the fact they actually capitalised on a couple of those forward 50 entries actually is really critical. We saw them waste quite a few opportunities in that second term.
Yeah, and you see so many games of footy, whether it be live like we're watching today or on television, the team that just goes constantly in without getting the result on the scoreboard, and all of a sudden the opposition get it to the other end and kick a quick goal. But Launceston, we've seen them kick 2 or 3 on the full already today, so if they can continue getting the scoreboard, watch out.
It's back in the middle. Auckland wins that one down directly to Brodie Palfreyman. Just kicks the ball straight up in the air. Alec Wright, the target, as he tries to punch the ball, unable to really get any contact there. But Jared Dakin, a slick handball out wide to Hines, who overruns the football. Blackberry in the thick of it again. He's been taken high. They question whether the advantage was there, but Jay Blackberry kicked this ball from just inside the centre square. Ball's back with him now as he looks to pump this ball long. drives the ball inside 50. A couple of targets are there, but Hamish Allen ends up doing the roving in that instance, does the big fella, as he drives it out to fellow Devil and Jake Steele. North Hobart with the numbers, a slick ball down the line for the Demons with Jeff Fisher. Handy addition for the club this year as he drives the ball towards Hardy, who makes a contest. He was out of position but did well. Jake Smith swoops on the loose ball but only goes as far as Callum Kilpatrick. Jay Blackberry thought he was playing on, held him up, and the umpire will give Callum Kilpatrick a 50-metre penalty. So it was inside the centre square. Now Kilpatrick is in a golden position to kick the Demons' fourth goal in the first of this second half. Again, Kilpatrick just read the ball well. The ball fell into his lap, it must be said. Now he's going to kick from directly in front. Man on the marks just outside the goal square. Just doesn't get a lot easier here for Callum Kilpatrick as he begins his approach on goal. Ball on the way. Umpire has to do a bit of work, but Kilpatrick hits the scoreboard. North Hobart have their fourth, and a costly 50-metre penalty there from Jay Blackberry gets the Demons on the board in the second half, Maxie.
Yeah, just unlucky there from Blackberry, and I'm glad he snuck that one in. I put it down on the pad just before he'd kicked it. I was fairly confident. We saw young Kilpatrick, or Oysters as we called him up there versus North Hobart, take mark of the day on the far wing of the railway wing a couple of weeks ago up at UTAS Stadium. So he's very versatile, can get up and also can kick a goal.
Really interesting scores at the other grounds. Half-time at Richmond Oval, the Tigers 9-3-57, Clarence 3-3-21, and Lauderdale lead by 1 point at half-time North Launceston lead by 1 point at half-time at Skybus Oval. We'll get back to that in a minute with the score, but Launceston have gone into attack slightly. In fact, I'll give you that score now. So it's Lauderdale 4-3-27, North Launceston 4-4-28. So the Northern Bombers just lead by that 1 point. So tight contest there, tight contest here. And a bit of a surprise at Richmond as the ball now is in the centre of North Hobart Oval, and it's taken here by Boyd. Can't pick it up. Cunliffe. He can't get a handle on it either. Still on the wing. Boyd in the follow-up though. Kicks forcefully inside 50. Bit of a wrestle there. Riley front position. 1-2 grabs. Doesn't take it. Great pressure there from Fisher.
He's got the free
kick. In fact, might have a push in the back. Too high. So... In fact, it was not Fisher, it was Collins there. You've got Riley a bit high, just watching it on the stream there. So Riley loves these difficult shots. And this is for another lead change. Be the third lead change in this quarter. Tough shot, as I said. 35 out, right on the boundary, in front of the Kazali stand. Sets it out to the right, comes back nicely. Lovely goal there from Dylan Riley, and the Blues are back in front here at North Hobart Oval. They're 4-4-28. North Hobart 4 goals straight 24, and a little bit of over-aggressiveness there from young Collins.
Yeah, it was a bit unlucky, but it was probably there. A bit technical. He reached, the umpire signalled there, he reached over the top to grab him, so he went too high, but probably couldn't have done much more than what he did. And first goal for the day for Dylan Riley after kicking, I think it was 4 last week, 4 last week, right up there in the leading goal kicker at the moment, so give him a bit of confidence.
He's got now 13 goals for the year, Dylan Riley, so leading the Hudson early doors of the season. As we go back into the middle, bounce favoured Hamish Allen, he took advantage, down to Sandrick, who just kicks the ball straight up in the air. Wasn't going to be the required journey as Sandrick follows up on his own ball. Seymour mops the ball up for Launceston as he drives the ball to half forward. Mitch Thorpe just attacks the football at great pace, and he's been caught high, so Thorpe rewarded for attacking the contest there. So he kicks the ball to the hot spot. He's got Alec right there as the target, unable to pull down the mark. There's plenty of bodies around this football. The umpire will take it for a stoppage. So dangerous position here for the North Hobart defence. Launceston with another crucial inside 50, and it's in a very dangerous spot, but North Hobart have the numbers. Sandrick again under pressure, just kicks the ball towards the defensive 50 for North Hobart. This is a big ball to win as Paddy Walker overruns the football. Kick outside defensive 50 is in the Menzie direction, who does really well, loses his footing, but has the composure to keep running to Jai Menzie. Excellent work from the young North Hobart Demon. His kick inside 50 was as far as Jake Smith, but Hardy picks the ball up, does a spin, and kicks a goal. Hardy points to the sky, says, "Look at me." and he's hit the scoreboard for North Hobart. And despite the Blues having the better of this quarter, North Hobart have their second for the term. Some excellent work from Jai Menzies on the wing. Jake Smith unable to quite get the ball when it went inside the Launceston defensive 50, and Hardy just showed a bit of composure there, Maxie.
Yeah, he did, and started from Jai Menzies on the wing. He had a spare there to give it to, but took on the Launceston player, a little side step inside and just surged the ball forward and got it north to Hardy, which is his first score for the day.
10 inside 50s to 2 Launceston's way this quarter. So they've had 2 inside 50s, 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. That's a great conversion rate, and they're back in front. What a great third quarter this is. Lots of lead changes. As it comes out now, a little throw there by Fisher. It was seen by the umpire. That was Michael Fisher. And Harper, who's been down on form in the last couple of weeks. We can't be too critical. He has a great start to the year. Harper kicks inside 50. Miller takes the mark. He might have pushed his opponent out. That's what the opponent says, but it's not going to happen. As now inside 50 by Thorpe. The goal square, Riley! What a great mark by Dylan Riley. Flew over the pack from the side-on position and takes the mark 20 metres out directly in front. That's mark of the day, that one. What a fantastic fly. And he's come alive in this third quarter as Dylan Riley. What a magnificent mark. And good play from Thorpe. He got it in quickly. He's backing his forwards in at the moment is the coach. Dylan Riley directly in front. That's another one for the Blues, and they're back in front. 5 lead changes in this third quarter. 5-4-34 Launceston. North Hobart 5 goals straight, 30. And we got a great contest. It's worthy of a 1 versus 2.
It is, Dave, and I think it was Tyson Miller took that mark out there on the wing, and walking back, and Mitch Thorpe was there just saying, give it to me, and I was sort of questioning in my own mind, why are you going to give it to him? And when Mitch did it, because he didn't bomb away at goal. I think it was more about just try to get it moving. He knew that when he's kicking it from there, Dylan Riley knew the exact spot to be in, and he converted.
So an entertaining third quarter of football. 4 points of difference in favour of the Blues as we're back in the middle. Auckland finds Jay Blackberry, who's been dangerous in this game as he drives the ball inside 50. Launceston with the numbers. Alec Wright receives the handball, unable to make an immediate kick as Taylor gets the ball on the outside. Some good defensive work there for the Demons. A bouncing ball on the goal line goes through for a minor score. I know the Blues kicked the last goal, but I reckon Jack Sandrick took your advice, Maxie. He's just started to get his hands on the football in this quarter.
It took him a long time to get involved, but he's had 4 or 5 touches already.
So North Hobart bring the ball back in through the captain, Nathan McCulloch. He's done a fair bit of this today. So he drives the ball to our broadcast side. Tuttle flying across for Launceston.
That's a mark.
I thought that might have been a mark. Unlucky there was Bailey Walker. Provided the taller target. The home fans very vocal, as you can hear on the effects mic. Umpire didn't agree, so we'll have a stoppage just outside Launceston's attacking 50. Auckland wins that one down to Harper, who's immediately beset upon. North Hobart with bodies. Jack Sandrick, the bottom of the pack, competing for the Blues. We also had Bowen Pearce, but neither side able to get the ball out of the pack. Repeat stoppage.
Got the stream happening now, and I'm conscious that the score's not on it, so we'll try and give you the score as much as possible. It's North Hobart 30, Launceston 35. There's a holding the ball decision there, goes against North Hobart. Casey Brown will be the recipient against Jack Sandrick on this occasion. As Brown now just takes off, 60 out, kicks towards the goal square. Thorpe's there, Riley's there. Riley! Another one. Dylan Riley, what a third quarter he is having. He positioned himself beautifully, and he took the mark pretty much on his chest, right adjacent to the goal square on the right-hand side. So he's on a bit of an angle, but it should be no problem. He's about 2 metres out. And this for his third goal in about 13 minutes of this third quarter. Dylan Riley, he kicks another one. That's his third, as I said. And that is now 6-5-41 Launceston. North Hobart, 5 goals straight, 30. And, for a man of his size, he's such a great contested mark, Maxie.
Yeah. Oh, gee, she's on there. Hang on. One with Riley, a bit of push and shove there. But you only have to give a guy like that. He doesn't look like a footballer. He's got big, long arms. He's got a long, thin body. So you don't expect him to be able to get up and take the strong contested marks. And that, again, was the contested mark. He makes the most out of every opportunity he gets.
And he just looks so dangerous when the ball's going in there quickly, as
Yeah,
you've pleaded for
yeah.
all day.
He
Maxie.
makes the backmans nervous.
So back in the middle, North Hobart, how can they respond? The Blues with a bit of momentum. Umpire's whistle going to go the way of North Hobart as the advantage is taken. Baxter Norton drives the ball inside 50 in the Hardy direction. Jake Smith takes the grab and decides to gallop away. So he drives the ball to the outer wing, punched over the line. His target is Tyson Miller, but we'll have a throw in just in front of the George Miller stand. So Baxter Norton, when he has the ball in his hands, he looks dangerous, looking to get plenty of it in this second half if North Hobart are to arrest some of this momentum. As Harper's ball is into the middle of the ground, this is a big ball to win. Players are everywhere, and well done from a Launceston player in Jack Tuttle as Mitch Thorpe drives the ball inside 50. Dylan Riley, like shelling peas there for Mitch Thorpe to hit up Dylan Riley. He's kicked 3 goals this quarter, so he's moved to 15 for the season to lead the Hudson Medal. And Sam Collins has been issued a serious challenge now as Riley begins his approach, looking for goal number 4 for the quarter. He likes it as soon as it leaves the boot. Dylan Riley kicks his 4th, and the Blues gallop away. 7-5-47. North Hobart 5 straight 30. 16 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Running out of superlatives, Maxie.
I am. And again, it was Mitch Thorpe who delivered the ball to him. So their relationship as two key forwards looking for each other, especially Thorpe to Riley, is second to none at the moment in the competition. And like we called only a matter of 2 or 3 minutes ago, give him an opportunity and he's going to make the most out of it every single time.
Thorpe's now gone back deep in the goal square with Riley. He's been playing a bit higher up, though, in general play as Auckland wins the tap, not effective. Sandrick, backside of the centre circles, gets it here towards Baxter Norton, delays the handball, gets away to Pepin, errant ball. Here's Hugh Williams Jr. Here they go again through Baxter Norton to his brother Angus. Angus, short kick now to Pepin. The long sleeves combine here for North Hobart. Takes the bounce. They badly need a goal, the Demons. Inside 50, Hamish Allen. Nice mark. Out in front of Jamison House. He used his body well there and put the long extension of his arms up in the air and took a nice mark, as he did a few weeks ago, and kicked a winning goal down at the Twin Ovals in the goal square. A chance to really get North Hobart back in the game. 17 points is the margin. Not huge by any means. Hamish Allen, 45-degree angle, 30 out, and he has kicked it for North Hobart. 6 goals straight. Superb accuracy from the Demons. 6 goals straight, 36. Launceston 7-5-47. Exciting third quarter. How many goals we had kicked this quarter, Ant? What was it at half time there? 7.
8,
Yes.
8 goals.
Wow. So it's been fantastic footy. And it didn't reach great heights in the second quarter, but really in the third quarter. It's still a contest, Maxie.
Yeah, it is. And
North
that's
Hobart are still in it.
That's the goal North Hobart needed, because
Yep.
if it went in the opposite direction to Launceston, it was going to, I think it would have really put a break in their defence and could have opened right up. But they're still in the game here at pretty much at 3-quarter time. It'll be a long quarter.
It's the ball, not one down by either ruckman. Fletcher Seymour beset upon a great tackle laid. Well done there by Jaden Charlton. North Hobart are bringing the heat here. This is a great response. I think North Hobart teams of previous seasons might not have quite been able to respond to this challenge as Baxter Norton tries to dance around Seymour. In the end, opts for the handball, finds Fisher. Jeff Fisher dishes the handball to Angus Norton. Backs to his brother Baxter, who's wrapped up in a tackle. Just drives the ball inside 50 with the handball, only as far as Joby Harper. And the umpire says holding the ball. A good tackle laid. Harper thought he might have had a bit of time, but not in the end, as we can see someone coming from the field.
Jaden
Looks like an
Charlton.
injured shoulder.
Yep. He's holding the shoulder.
And in the meantime, North Hobart have hit the scoreboard with a goal. I think it
Angus
was just
Norton.
magnificent kick, just dishing the hands and
Might have been Kilpatrick, I think. Number 22.
just passed across to Kilpatrick, who
Yep.
has really emerged as a footballer in the last 12 months or so. Played in the under-25s rep team last year and has just gone from strength to strength since then. And a couple of moments ago, Maxie, the Blues were running away with it. All of a sudden, 5 points the difference.
Yeah, it's been a great quarter. 9 goals scored to date. And again, like we said at half time, it's an even contest. And North Hobart, to their credit, are dishing it up to the ladder leaders here.
It's a great contest, and we just see Jaden Charlton there, the physio for North Hobart, just doing some tests on the right shoulder.
It was a great tackle laid in the middle too, wasn't it, Dave?
It certainly was. It could be an AC joint or something like that. I don't think it's a dislocation. He might be back on in a moment. Wait and see. Here comes, that was Tyrrell releasing the ball for Launceston. As the ball flicks out, kicked inside by 50 by Norton. Bouncing ball for Tuthill. Smith does well, not a great handball though. Makes Jacob Boyd work hard. Casey Brown's caught. He gets the ball away just in time. Anthony was there with the ball sign. But Seymour now gets it towards Taylor. Taylor on the wing. Little kick's not bad, is it, to Dakin, who takes it. He's off and running. He's 70 out. Kicks towards full forward, and Donnellan takes the mark. Gee, that was a smart kick there by Jared Dakin. He just out of the corner of his eye just checked the right foot pass and found Jack Donnellan right in front of goal. And this third quarter, this has been the best quarter I think I've seen in the TSL all year. And it's been a good year for footy, but gee, this one is electrifying.
Yep. And Donnellan needs to finish off the work then for Dakin. Great intercept mark, just drifted across in front of the pack there, sized it up. I thought he was going to go long, but seen Donnellan out of the corner of his eye and just hurled the kick back, and here's Jack having a shot directly in front, 30 out.
Donnellan to put the Blues further in front. He's made no mistake. And it's Launceston 8-5-53 leading North Hobart 7 goals straight, 42. So it's an 11-point margin. And Launceston have kicked 6 in this quarter. North Hobart have kicked 4. 10 goals, and we've played 21 minutes, so we could probably expect to go another 4 or 5 minutes with these 16-minute quarters.
It's just goal for goal at the moment. It's the old-fashioned shootout, whereas we made the call early in the game today of the North Hobart defence withholding the slaughter of Launceston, but both have just, it's a bit more flowing at the moment. It's not kicking to those contested packs. It's using the space on the wings, opening up and spreading pretty quickly both sides.
Just having a great time here at North Hobart Oval, as Maxie said, goal for goal, back in the middle, Baxter Norton. Let's see what the Demons can provide. His kick intercepted. He was looking for his teammate there, but Fletcher Seymour swoops on the ball as he drives the ball to half forward. Donnellan's the target. Williams provides a contest with him. He dishes the ball out to Sandrick, who is going to switch the ball. Risky kick, but does well in the end, and he finds Jake Steele. Steele and Allen, both really emerging for this North Hobart side. Goes further wide out. This North Hobart just take a moment to compose themselves. Collins pumps the ball down the line in the Allen direction.
Great mark.
Fantastic mark from Hamish Allen as he dishes the handball, and North Hobart looking to hit the scoreboard once again. Menzies in the middle of the ground takes another strong mark. He's got a runner out wide, and that's where he goes. Hugh Williams Sr., former captain of this club, is a dinky kick just outside 50, finds Baxter Norton. Joby Harper was on him. Norton about 55 metres out from goal, assesses his options, decides just to kick to the top of the square. Couple of flyers, the ball just bounces around at ground level. A hurried kick from Jake Smith goes as far as Fletcher Seymour, who brings the ball outside 50, but it might be coming back with interest. Angus Norton in pursuit, unable to take the mark and running back with a flyer. A good mark taken. Matthew Yates there, Dave.
Yates switches ball beautifully here towards Collins. He takes the mark inside defensive 50. Thinks about playing on. He's asked to now as Riley approaches him. Goes back from whence it came, and it's taken again by Yates. So just a moment to catch our breath. Magnificent third quarter here. 10 goals kicked, as we've said. Blues now, though, by 11 points. Approaching three-quarter time. Kick up the wing. And might have got a push in the back there. Did Patrick Walker. And he'll take the free kick on a sun-drenched George Miller stand side of the ground. Walker, lovely long kick up towards attacking 50. Rising high was Allen. Kick off the ground by Menzies. As far as Caswell. Little kick forward there by McCulloch. He's found Fisher. Michael Fisher. He'll line up about 40 out. 45-degree angle. So Michael Fisher a chance here to put through their 8th goal. They've been straight today with the goal kicking. Not one behind so far and 7 majors. So Michael Fisher, this will bring the margin back to 5 points right on three-quarter time and would be the 11th goal of the quarter. And here is the siren. So crucial kick this one. Michael Fisher. His kick is off to the left, hasn't made the distance. Allen takes the mark. Not quite sure why he would have done that, but anyway.
Because he's a ruckman, David. That's
As
what they
say.
do.
That's right. So, that's no score.
They don't lose by a point.
No score. Perhaps he's trying to keep the unblemished record going there. 7 goals straight. Anyway, 3-quarter time. Launceston 8-5-53. North Hobart 7 goals straight, 42. Run us through the goal kickers, Anthony Osborne.
Yeah, so a fair bit's changed in that quarter there, Dave. Callum Kilpatrick with 2 goals for the Demons. Singles to Jake Steele, Hamish Allen, Nathan Hardy, Troy Cunliffe and Patrick Walker. For the Blues, it was a Dylan Riley show in that quarter. He kicked 4 goals. He has 4 for the game. Single to Jake Hines, single to Jack Donnellan, and also 2 going the way of Alec Wright.
Well, Max, that was a great quarter of footy. You know, we come to the footy each week and we say, you know, talk about the TSL and some of the great players in it, but 10 goals were kicked, lots of lead changes, and a game that's still in the balance.
Yeah, certainly the best quarter, and you called it earlier, Dave, that I've witnessed this year in State League footy. Absolutely, 100%. And to North Hobart's credit, all those forward entries that Launceston were getting, which were certainly in the high numbers in the first half of that quarter, but they bounced back and kicked 4 in that quarter, which has kept them in the game. And you know, it was looking like Launceston were going to. They only had to click, and Dylan Riley was the bloke who did click and started to put them on the board. But the opposition, to their credit, being North Hobart, just kept surging the ball forward. And even that last one that Fisher failed to capitalise on, that it was just a surge of a ball. Launceston defenders like to zone off. They like to push up a little bit and be ready to attack as well. But and that allows, when you move the ball in quickly, your players are there by themselves. So North Hobart are very good, especially on this ground. There's no one better at it than switching the ball, opening it up and getting it to a loose player. So I reckon their coach at the moment would be saying to them that don't hold back now, guys. We've got to play attacking footy. This is a game, it's a winnable game for us. So if you're at home watching the stream and listening to us on City Park Radio, don't go anywhere, because this is going to be a fantastic last quarter.
We'll catch our breath. We'll take a short break here on City Park Radio and the live stream. It's Launceston 8-5-53, North Hobart 7 goals straight, 42. Back in just a moment. Yes, welcome back here to North Hobart Oval. It's a pleasure to be here today. It's going to be a fantastic last quarter. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching the stream or you're on City Park Radio, we're going to bring it all to you. 3-quarter time at Richmond Oval. It's the Tigers 12-4-76, Clarence 4-5-29. So an upset brewing there. The last score we had from Skybus Oval was Lauderdale 4-3-27, North Launceston 4-4-28. Just looking at some of the team stats, thanks to our stats man Dave Gruber to my right. Hit-outs are really even. They've been even all day, and they're still even. 27 North Hobart, Launceston 26. So a great battle there between Hamish Allen and Tim Auckland. Clearances, 24 North Hobart, 17 to Launceston, 9-6 in that quarter. Inside 50, 17 entries for Launceston in that quarter to 8 for North Hobart. 38-21 over the day, so almost double the inside 50s. Credit there to the North Hobart defence. Marks inside 50s that quarter, 6 to Launceston, 2 to North Hobart, 13-5 over the day, and free kicks, Launceston 16, North Hobart 14. And compliments of Darren Lovell and Damien Donnelly, some Launceston stats there.
Yeah, Fletcher Seymour leading ball winner for the Blues with 14. Jake Smith with 12. Blackberry and Harper with 11 each. Dylan Riley up to 10 touches for the day. Had 5 touches in the third quarter and kicked 4 goals.
Yep.
So when he has his hands on the football, he's doing serious damage. 9 tackles from Joby Harper. He's leading in that department. 6 tackles also from Miller Hodge. So a couple of those players there. And interestingly, when it comes to Tim Auckland, he's only had the 3 disposals, but he's up to 25 hit-outs according to these stats.
Yep.
So,
Excellent.
Probably not doing quite enough around the ground, but he's doing well in the air.
Earlier games today, under-18s, Launceston 59, North Hobart 40, and in the Development League, Launceston 69 defeated North Hobart 23. All right, let's catch our breath and let's look forward to a great last quarter. We saw a 10-goal third quarter, and the margin's 11 points. And Maxi, that forward line of Launceston's dangerous. Riley and Thorpe were really up and about that quarter, but to North Hobart's credit, they've just got themselves back in touch.
Sorry, Dave. Yes, they have. And like you said, Riley with his 4 goals in the quarter, he's probably never seen certainly this year, haven't seen a better one-quarter effort by an individual than to kick those 4. And like you say, from 5 possessions, 4 goals, which is a good return. And look, Walker playing on him hasn't done that bad either today, to be honest. Hasn't been disgraced, but you only need to give a guy like that 5 or 6 minutes and he can turn a game, which potentially he has today. But let's see how North Hobart go. There's a fair bit of pressure on at the moment. I reckon the message would be from Mitch Thorpe saying just push hard, finish the game off. We've got this, it's ours to win. And the same message would be coming from Bear, I reckon, about the North Hobart guys. You are not out of this. Let's have a dead hot crack.
Last quarter action is Anthony Osborne for City Park Radio and the live stream.
In for a cracking final term as Allen decisively wins the opening bounce down for his side. In pursuit was McCulloch, but flying the other way was Blackberry, who ends up getting his hands on the ball, kicks the ball to half forward in the direction of Denellen. Instead, Hugh Williams Jr., a late inclusion, just heaves the ball to half forward for North Hobart. The ball bounces fortuitously there to Sam Caswell. He's got a runner on the outside and he opts to use him as the Blues. So the Demons, I should say, bring the ball inside 50. Mark taken on the paint of 50 there for North Hobart. Dinky kick inboard and another mark taken. Excellent work, and that is Troy Cunliffe. Kicked the opening goal of the game. He's back in North Hobart colours this year after stints in both the SFL and previously in the TSL with Clarence. He finished 5th in the Alistair Lynch medal back in 2018. After a year back at Lindisfarne, he's back at North Hobart this year as he begins his approach to goal. He's kicking on the way now. He immediately puts his arm in the air, and Troy Cunliffe, he kicks his second. And if there was ever any doubt about whether North Hobart would be up in this contest in the final term, that goal there suggests they're right well and truly in this game. That's the goal they just had to kick early, wasn't it, Max?
Yeah, it was. I think he was celebrating before it left the boot, to be honest. He was very confident with that one. So great start. Again, similar to the first quarter. They had that goal in the first minute and a half. So let's reset in the middle, see how these rucks go here. Launceston have got the big guns in the centre there. You've got Harper, Blackberry and Fletcher, so they know they're under a bit of pressure.
It's the Blues by 5 points. I'll give you a score from Skybus Oval in a moment as Harper kicks it out of the centre. Out towards the runners here in Brown, who takes it, uses his pace to get away from Kilpatrick. Little kick to Hines within scoring distance, probably on the edge of it. He'd be kicking from right on 50, decides to have a crack. He's gone back. So Skybus Oval, it's North Launceston 7-6-48, Lauderdale 5-4-34, 2 goals up. And as we said before, the Tigers comfortably in front at 3/4 time. Here he is, Jake Hines. Gets to the paint of 50, goes around on an R, kicks high, won't make the distance. Into the goal square, right front position. Dumped away by Hugh Williams Sr. Blackberry releases on goal, can't get any purchase. A quick kick out by Bailey Walker's not bad as it finds the other Walker, that's Patrick. Releases the handball. Here's Casey Brown, gets the handball away. Caswell's there, he takes it. On defensive 50, kick sideways, dangerous. Taken there by Cunliffe. And they just boot it out of defence through Sandrick, up the wing. Contest there with Hardy. Drops the mark he might have taken. Allen, releasing handball. Here they go, the Demons. It's Walker, inside 50 on his right. Up here towards Menzie, leads the race for the ball. He might pull the trigger, he's got to get it first. He doesn't pick it up, and it's out of bounds. 25 metres around from North Hobart's goal. 8 goals straight, 48 North Hobart. Launceston 8-5, 53. We'll give the score often for our stream viewers, so you know what's going on. Boundary throw in, deep in attack now for North Hobart. Hardy and Jamison House. Hardy does well. McCulloch picks it up. He tries to burrow through, head down. Releasing handball there from Tuthill. Here they go now. Is that Seymour, I think, might have taken the ball. Ball, says the umpire. Tyrrell, thank you. So it'll be a ball up.
Taylor.
In fact, it was Brennan Taylor. Ball up about 40 out from North Hobart's goal.
It's hot in the kitchen to start this final term. That ball won down there by House. In the end, he lays the tackle. Fletcher Seymour's looking there for the Blues, unable to extract the ball out. We'll have another stoppage inside. Attacking 50 for the Demons. Love the work of Jake Steele in that attacking foray before. Just really slick hands further up the field. It's North Hobart just searching for another goal. Great tackle laid there.
This is where North Hobart have to be real clean with their disposal. Get like you said with Steele a moment ago, slick hands, get it onto the boot, just surge it forward to an open goal square at the moment.
Hardy takes it out of the ruck and kicks towards goal. Paddy Walker's in pursuit against Jay Blackberry, but it's bouncing. Jay Blackberry, a nervous moment for the Launceston veteran. In the end, a minor score, and the perfect streak there for North Hobart is over. They're 8-1-49. The Blues 8-5-53.
Quick release from fullback, finds Harper. On the wing, they're moving it quickly, the Blues. Up here towards Jake Hines, who leads out, presents. Can't quite take the mark. Fall the ball was right. Goes straight away inside 50. Riley again. Can't quite take it on this occasion. Good work there from Paddy Walker. Riley gets it. His kick on goal is smothered by Collins. And great experience today for young Collins, because he's been up against Dylan Riley, one of the best players in the league, who's on fire. 4 goals last week.
And 4 goals the week before as well.
That's
so
right.
3 weeks in a row now.
So it's a great experience. That's why we love these Devils players playing in the TSL. Lots of different experiences for them, as Hamish Allen gets the thump away. Seymour releases. Casey Brown inside 50 to Denellen. And I'll tell you a player I've called quite a bit today, and that's Casey Brown. And Maxie, he's linked up nicely.
Yeah, and we spoke about him a couple of weeks ago, Dave, having a new role this year on the wing.
Yep.
So, yeah, you're right. He's been involved in a lot of forward thrusts here. Denellen on the trusty left boot, going for something a little bit different here.
Oh, here we go.
Watching a bit of telly.
Jack Denellen. It's not bad. Oh, he loves it. It's a goal. A crucial goal, that one is. It gets Launceston out now by a margin of 10 points, 9-5-59. North Hobart 8-1-49. He knew what he was doing. I'd say Maxie's practiced that one at training a number of times.
He has. He wanted something special today, and he's given it. And he's not a renowned goal kicker for Launceston. He's played more a defensive role in previous years when he has been in the team, but cementing himself as the small forward today.
In fact, his father Mark, I think an ex-Longford player, Mark Denellen.
Yep. Yeah, product of the Fingal Valley. Yep. King of Fingal, he thinks he is. Yeah.
Here we are. It's back in the centre. Here's Anthony Osborne for City Park Radio and the TSL live stream.
So 10 points the difference now. How can North Hobart respond? Auckland wins that one down only as far as Cunliffe, who feeds it out to Sandrick, to Pepin. Just a real handball in hope, it must be said, as far as Fletcher Seymour, as he kicks the ball to half forward. Jared Dakin takes the mark just outside 50. Mitch Thorpe in his ear next to him, just saying to calm things down a little bit as he goes in the Riley direction. Worked his opponent under the ball, but in the end, too much pepper on it for him as well. Out of bounds for a throw in. Launceston forward pocket. 10 points the difference. 7 minutes played in this final term. Dylan Riley very much the focal point at the moment. Thorpe playing right up the ground as that ball comes in, as Thorpe competes with Allen. Sandrick does the roving. Don't think he disposed of it. No, the umpire says the other way, that it was high contact. So Jack Sandrick perhaps a little bit lucky there. So he looks to bring the ball outside defensive 50. He just decides to take a couple of steps and hoist the ball in the Allen direction. Steele was there to fly as well. So plenty of tall timber for the Demons, but no one able to take the mark. The umpire was being... He had a big decision to make there. In the end, it goes the way of Caswell, who dishes the ball out to Paddy Walker, drives the ball to half forward. Hardy takes a great strong mark, and not his best work. A very ground grabber kick inside forward 50. Perhaps just rushed himself a little bit there, did Hardy. The ball's repelled out, but Sandrick takes a good mark one-on-one against Jack Denellen.
Sandrick gets it forward now. Here towards Cunliffe. He swings straight away inside 50. Chance here. Contest. Menzies couldn't take it. Out the back, it's Tyson Miller. Releases Dakin. Kicks under pressure up here towards Hines. Hines might get it despite coming from the behind position there. Kick inside 50 now. It's almost taken by Walker. Second opportunity, Paddy Walker on his right into the goal square. Bounces astray. Jai Menzies, I think he might have thought that was going through.
I think he did there.
Jai Menzies.
Unlucky not to get a free kick either, because he got pushed in the back into the goal square there, into to the goal post.
No,
Tim Bristow, haven't seen him out there for a long time, guys.
No.
One touch to three-quarter time, Maxie.
Yep, so I'm not sure whether he's fully fit. We'll have to investigate that during the week, as it's on the far side of North Hobart Oval in front of the George Miller stand, slightly in attack for North Hobart. A lot of footy to play in this game yet. It's 9 points. We've seen some great footy, especially since half time, after a low-scoring second quarter. Here's Paul Freeman. He gets caught, gets away though. Manages to release a kick up here towards Thorpe, but Paddy Walker, who's been fantastic all day, probably had the better of Thorpe. It's the handball off. They are now Hugh Williams Jr. Back to Walker, to the path of Sandrick, who gets tackled there by Harper. Taylor out towards Paul Freeman. Paul Freeman shrugs the tackle. He's done that a couple of times in recent minutes. Inside 50, Yates is there, thumps it away. Great defence by Yates, only as far as Denellen, who kicks it blindly but finds Dakin right in front of goal. So hard work again there from Jack Denellen, the number 6 for Launceston. He sharked the thump away from Yates, and then just that tactic all day has been just to get into the forward 50 quickly, and it paid dividends. And Jared Dakin will put the Blues further in front, just a matter of by how much. Gone back a long way. 25 out, slight angle. Jared Dakin, umpire works, hits the post. So opportunity lost there for Launceston, 9-6-60. North Hobart, 8-2-50. Post
still shaking from the impact of that Dakin kick, as Kilpatrick assesses his options to bring the ball back into play. Opts to go to his captain in McCulloch. He's had a fair bit of the football. Gives the hands back to Kilpatrick. Exits defensive 50. Finds his teammate Bailey Walker. Dancing around there, the Demons across half back, just looking for a way to move the ball forward. Collins has to stop and prop, but does well in the end. Finds his great mate in Paddy Walker further wide. Assessing his options down the line. In the end, a spearing pass. Tom Reeves takes the mark. Really strong effort from Reeves. Bit of Devils experience for him last year as well. He goes inboard and finds McCulloch, who's off to the races. He drives the ball to half forward in the direction of Fisher. Harper in the end just mops up the loose ball. His tumbling kick towards half forward. Bailey Walker with a paddock, but Dylan Riley just gives him a little bit to think about in pursuit. He opts to retreat some ground to Sam Collins as the Demons look to reload to the outer side. Collins on his best kick. Just pepping plenty of time, but he's quickly beset upon by Dakin. Sandrick's now the recipient of the handball. Opts to go down the line looking for Paddy Walker, who flies, perhaps infringed with. The umpire agrees as advantage is paid to North Hobart. Tom Reeves drives the ball inside 50. Hardy!
I'll watch the fight, you watch the footy.
There's a bit going on the wing, but Nathan Hardy just providing a tall target, and tempers are really flaring here on the wing, just starting to break apart now. No surprise as Angus Norton's in the thick of it there, Dave.
Absolutely. Likes a bit of a scrap, as young Gus.
But Nathan Hardy, I've really liked the target he's provided North Hobart today. He's kicked one goal, one of those goals in the third quarter. He's going to be kicking at a 45-degree angle. Jake Smith on the mark. He's about 35 metres out from goal. As Nathan Hardy, this is a huge kick. He's on his way now. It's going to be tight, but he likes it, does Hardy. As he did in the quarter before, he just put his hand in the air and said, "Follow me, boys." North Hobart kick a very important goal through Nathan Hardy. Some patient work across half back, but Hardy provided the target at half forward and made no mistake.
And he redeemed himself after that previous disposal that he had, where he just dribbled along, trying to move the ball quickly, trying to do the right thing, but certainly redeemed himself from that. Dave.
Strong mark, wasn't it? You know, in this crucial part of the game. We're 12 and a half minutes in. 9-6-60 Launceston. North Hobart 9-2-56. So a tight contest. It's a 1 versus 2 clash here today at North Hobart. It's been a long time since we've had that. It's fantastic to see here on this great historic arena. Bounce down. Auckland does well. He takes his own spillage to Seymour. Kick towards half forward. Mark to Dakin. And not play. It must have been touched. Play
ball.
on. Denellen, left foot. It's going to the goal square. Riley's there. Thumped away by Hines. Trying to spot the contest in the end. It's dribbled through for a behind. 9-7-61 Launceston. North Hobart 9-2-56.
They'd be happy with that point. It gives them possession of the ball, and the way that they've been moving it today, they should be able to set something up here.
Young Collins takes off. Kicks well outside 50. You're looking for Cunliffe. He rises high over the back. Jake Steele just thumps it out of bounds. So about 60 metres around from Launceston's goal.
Anyone prepared to make a call? Who's going to win?
Oh, look, might be a draw.
It will be.
Come on, Dave.
I've got to be impartial. Boundary throw in. Jake Steele out there towards Sandrick. Important contest, this one. I think the umpire will break it up. He does.
Jake Steele's hoping it's not going to be a draw.
Yes, true.
Very true. I know you touched on Steele and Allen earlier in the game, Maxie. They've been really developing, haven't they, as young footballers?
Yep.
That ball's one down. As far as Sandrick, he's in a bit of a scrap here with Denellen. Cunliffe involved as well. Umpire Sam Bridges takes the ball back. So, huge moment in this game. Auckland, in the end, unopposed, wins that ball down. Blackberry, perhaps throw the head back a little bit. He gets the free kick, so he's about 60 metres out from goal. Absolutely. Read the play well to Jay Blackberry as he just assesses his options. In the end, thought he was going to go long, but he found a shorter target in Jack Denellen. Hasn't had a stack of the football, but I just like what he brings to this team. Every time he has been near it, he seems to have a big impact on the contest.
He does. Bit far out for him. I think this one right on his distance, and I have to correct myself. I said his father was the King of Fingal. It's actually King of St Mary's. He'd be very offended if I left it hanging as a Fingal person.
So Jack Denellen, 45-degree angle. He's going to be kicking from right on the paint of 50. Jack Sandrick's the man on the mark. Denellen just gets under it in the end. It's not going to quite make the distance. Jake Steele is there to provide reinforcements for North Hobart. Takes a strong mark. The D's 9-2-56. Play the Blues 9-7-61. 15 and change gone in the fourth quarter.
Pepin from the back pocket has a short option in Yates, who takes the mark. So our quarters varied in length today. You probably expect this one to go 21, maybe 22. Time left certainly for North Hobart if they're good enough. As Yates kicks up the wing, big pack of players there. Menzie off his fingers, out of bounds. Next goal, I hate to say it, but it could be the crucial one. Because if Launceston get it, they're probably too far away. And North Hobart, if they can get it, will hit the lead and maybe can hang on. We'll wait and see. Boundary throw in. Auckland takes it. Little kick off fingers. Here's Palfrey man. Caught from behind. Great tackle, Troy Cunliffe. Play on to advantage. Pepin, as of late, leading here in Caswell. He can't take the mark. Tyrrell with the spoil. Boyd in the follow-up. This way, that away. Back to Tyrrell, to Brown. Off balance kick's not a good one. Chaos ball. Chance for Yates. He just throws it on the boot towards half forward. Jake Smith. Off his hands. Brave effort. McCulloch swings it round towards goal. It's not going to make the distance. It's off fingers. Jamison House did well. And it's a behind. 9-3-57 North Hobart. Launceston 9-7-61. It's a thriller here at the home of football in southern Tasmania. A worthy game for 1 versus 2 as Jamison House goes long off hands to Miller. Miller handballs over the top to Hines. Hines lateral now towards Taylor. Taylor takes it. Short pass towards Dakin. He overcooks it. Turnover now as it's in the centre of the ground. That might be another turnover. McCulloch does well. He kicks wide here looking for Pepin.
It's a big test here for Will Pepin. Jay Blackberry does well. Uses his experience to tap the ball to his own advantage. Drives the ball inside 50. Dylan Riley loses his footing. Collins is in pursuit. I'll tell you what, Jake Smith just had to shoo off 3 or 4 trainers there for Launceston. Big collision with Jake Steele, but he's determined to be out there. He's still wincing in agony, is Jake Smith, so we'll keep an eye on that in the dying stages of this game. He's again been a solid performer for the Blues as we have the boundary throw in. Deep inside, attacking 50 for Launceston. Williams in the ruck, taps it down to McCulloch, who just paddles the ball over the top to Pepin, decides to soccer the ball through the middle of North Hobart Oval. Tom Reeves, really strong effort, dishes the handball off. Pepin gets back on the end of it. He's got Jai Menzie inside 50, stops and props and takes the mark on his chest. Now he is known for performing in the clutch moments, David Max. He kicked that goal after the siren to sink the Pioneers in the DAB League last year.
Yes, he did.
This is a huge kick for him.
Most important kick for him today. There would not be that long to go. What have we had? 1, 2, 3 goals for the quarter to date. So 16-minute quarters plus time on. So only a minute or two at the absolute maximum to go here.
Played 18 and a bit as Jai Menzies begins his approach. He gets under the ball. It's not going to quite make the distance. A pack forms on the goal line. Bodies everywhere. Jeffrey Fisher thought he might have got a foot to that. The North Hobart faithful were getting up and about as well. In the end, a minor score. So 9-4-58 North Hobart plays the Blues 9-7-61. 18 and a half gone, Dave Moore. We are going down to the wire.
It's a thriller on City Park Radio as Smith has recovered from that knock. He kicks it 60 metres outside defensive 50. Great mark, Harper. That's an experienced mark at this stage of the game. He plays on here looking for Miller, who's been pretty good. Oh, he nearly drags it in with one hand, has the recovery. Releasing handball. Here it is with Riley. Little kick forward towards Blackberry, who drops a mark he should have taken. Weaves his way through traffic. Hooks in towards the goal square. Lots of North Hobart defenders, including Pepin. He gets knocked off the contest. Sandrick around the ball. Player tackled immediately. No prior there.
Great tackle.
Jared Dakin.
It was Jared Dakin, and crucially though for Launceston, they're inside attacking 50. Inside 50s this quarter. 10 Launceston, 8 to North Hobart.
Some tired boys out there at present.
Absolutely. We're into round 5. A lot of hard footy being played. Chance for Hugh Williams Sr. Handball to Dakin. To Seymour. Gets a kick away under pressure. Fades to the right. Courage needed here. A lot of players at the contest. Great stuff. Out of bounds. So we're in the dying minutes of this game. It's at the wrong end if you're a North Hobart supporter. It's deep in attack for Launceston. 19 and 3/4 minutes gone. 61 Launceston, 58 North Hobart. Bit of a hush over the crowd as it's a boundary throw in now. Wright gets it, a tap to it. Wright tries to get a kick on goal, can't do so. Baxter Norton tackled. Over the top, Yates handball straight to Palfreyman. Swings into the goal square. Any Riley magic this time? No, there's not, but it's still there to be won. Joby Harper, he gets tackled straight away, and we're now 20 metres out from goal. Launceston in attack.
No further score.
That's what Maxi predicts. So 20 and a half minutes gone. Close to siren time. Can North Hobart get one more opportunity? Baxter Norton's tackled. A lot of players around the ball now. So Launceston determined to not let it out of their forward 50. Great contest today here at North Hobart Oval. Umpire clears the area. Up it goes. There it is. Victory to the Blues. 9-7-61 over North Hobart. 9-4-58. Margin of 3 points. Exhausted players. Game played in really good spirit as players shake hands. And North Hobart can hold their heads high. I'm sure Bear Robinson won't be satisfied with the defeat, but I tell you what, they gave it everything here today, and they're right in it to the final siren, Maxi.
Yeah, they certainly did, Dave. Just having a quick look into the North Hobart box there. Disappointment on their face. A loss always hurts, but I certainly wouldn't have thought that they'd be disappointed with the effort that the boys put in. Absolutely.
And we better go through the goal kickers.
Yeah, absolutely. So for Launceston, Dylan Riley, 4 goals in that third quarter. He kicked 4 for the game. Jake Hines with a single, while Alec Wright and Jack Donnellan kicked 2 goals each. For North Hobart, multiples to Nathan Hardy, Callum Kilpatrick and Troy Cunliffe. Singles to Paddy Walker, Hamish Allen and Jake Steele.
Just watching there, Mitch Thorpe was having a chat to Jake Steele and had his arm around him, giving him a pat on the back. He knows that this young fella's got a pretty good future at this level.
And a player like, a coach like Thorpe knows that, this competition is about a lot of things, but it's also about developing younger players, isn't it?
Yep, which is what he's been doing down at Launceston the last couple of years. The culture that he's creating, and he's had a lot of detractors over the course of his career and his methods and so forth. But the last 2 or 3 years at Launceston that he's been there, he's the transformation in himself as a leader has been very impressive, and he's not getting a lot of the ball of himself, but what he does do is takes a really good defender, because if they do give him the leeway, he'll certainly cut you up like a Dylan Riley did today.
It's end of the game here, and it's been a fantastic contest. 9-7-61 Launceston, 9-4-58 North Hobart. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have a look at all the stats and have the final wrap up here from North Hobart Oval.